WonderCon weekend. Look at all the lovely geeks.
Yay, nerds!
Star-Lord really let himself go.
Well, you know. He's been battling
Rick!
with Baby Groot. Yeah. So they had really big exhibits and fun stuff. Hey, look! Kimmie approved lightsaber.
Intro!
Nerd.
Speed!
Nerd.
Spinny food.
Yummy food. Confused face.
Yep. Yeah, you were perplexed for some reason.
I don't know what's gonna be so good. Oh, hey.
Lego Lord of the Rings. Those look like the most pain in the ass costumes. You see how that cardboard's coming apart on his foot? It has to be hard to maintain throughout the day.
Yeah, right?
This looks like a fun game. I love a good diesel punk.
And, you know, it's for 2 to 6 players, so we don't actually need friends or anything to have a good time with that. So it was kind of crowded there.
Kimmie is wearing stilts. That's why we're over the crowd.
They have, like, nerd groups that were exhibiting.
Completely random picture in the middle of the walk for the California brown coats.
Just, you know, hey, it was a long few days.
Why can't you be on the side of the feds in that one? I kind of, I don't know. Like, I like the Empire.
I know.
You know, like, why can't I? Oh, there's my dumb face.
Hey, I got hungry, so
you were
here's
dreaming
some
about
food.
nachos, so you edited that in.
So here's some food that we ate.
And princess cake.
Because I love princess cake. And
Cheesecake
technically
Factory.
that celebration cheesecake, let's be real.
That bacon was amazing.
Also, my breakfast plate is kind of awesome because it's protein and fruit.
WonderCon's got, we think, is the best size con. It's about perfect. It's right in the middle. The crowds aren't too overwhelming, but there's enough stuff and vendors and panels and stuff like that that it's definitely worth even the weekend going down through. But it's just awesome to get dressed up and geek out with a bunch of fellow geeks. And the enthusiasm and passion at these is just awesome.
But there were a lot of really cool costumes. Like, okay, so we're walking through the crowd, right? And, like, I keep getting run into by tiny children. But then I realize it's because they all wanted to take a picture with Supergirl. So I get it. I can't be mad.
Yeah, there's a million Poison Ivies, a bunch of Supergirls. Ooh, Oogie Boogie.
Oogie Boogie.
That one was pretty good. That's a hard cosplay. There we are.
Yeah, so here's our cosplay, and, like,
no
nobody got it.
So if you got that, it was Westworld and Disney. This is our little favorite.
Arr. He was so cute.
That was a cool remote. I want that guy for our living room.
Yes, please.
Yeah, so, yeah, the greatest invention for every cosplay girl in the universe is Harley Quinn, because Ringu!
I don't know, I think I'd rather be the girl from the ring than
I know. This goes at every con, but I love it. I think she's got a great costume. She really looks like, kind of like movie Hollywood makeup, actually.
It's pretty awesome.
There's a wonder butt, and those Hawkman, those wings are like 20 feet wide. Here's the key moment.
So you want to talk about nerding out. So I met Nichelle Nichols and, like, freaked out, and I almost started crying, and I didn't know how to tell her how much I appreciated her, so that was a thing. Here we are walking back out because more costumes. Look at this guy over here. What is this, by the way? I never actually figured that out.
Yeah, there's a lot of big suits of armor. I don't think it's Halo. Oh, no, maybe Titanfall. I'm not quite sure.
Like, look at this.
The T-Rexes are getting all kinds of love this year, so that's a fun, easy one.
Well, if there were a poll, then I would have been giving the T-Rex some money to do some dancing for me.
Yeah, that's funny.
And then we ate
great
more
burgers at Ruby's.
Yeah, foods.
Oh, we stuffed ourselves this weekend. That was great. And a random car in the lobby
at
of Ruby's.
Yes. And then we capped off our nerd weekend with a farewell trip to the Meltdown.
Very sad day. If anybody knows, Meltdown has been an institution for years in Hollywood. Not only on Sunset, not only as an institution on Sunset for comics, but also for comedians and other, misanthropes in the universe. With the Nerd Melt Theater in the back and the podcast. So I spent a lot of time here going to Harmontown and comedy shows and absolutely loved it. And out of nowhere, first they announced they weren't selling comics anymore, and then a couple days later they finally melted. They finally announced that they weren't. They were closing, and so 50% off. The store had already been half picked clean.
Yeah,
and we were doing our best to find interesting stuff.
Like, look at these, like, sad, mostly empty shelves.
I made an offer on a huge stack of heavy metal magazines and offended the guy because he thought 50% was already enough.
But, like, I don't know. Maybe we should have just tried to buy the TARDIS, right?
I know.
Because
really just a, you know, any kind of headquarters for geekdom. There's always a lot of heart and love, and Meltdown definitely has been that. And the fact that they're shutting their doors, and I'm sure over the years we'll, oh, here we are, sad face,
so sad.
goodbye Meltdown.
Oh,
I'm sure.
this is so sad.
I'm sure in the future we'll find out more about why they're closing or the politics behind it, or if they move or become something else. But had amazing nights here at eating at El Compadre, and then coming over to Meltdown and buying all kinds of good stuff. So we did get a good haul. We were able to find a few gems in the mix. Some Voltron comics left over. I am Green Lantern obsessed.
Heavy metal.
Yeah, heavy metal. We just watched Runaways on TV and it was awful. So we're hoping the comment's a bit better. Comic is a bit better. And of course, this wonderful art, Catwoman art.
Yeah, and
awesome.
there's Major League Chew, because I surprisingly really love a comic that Aaron doesn't even really know much about. So I have some nerd points, yay! And I actually have Meltdown a credit for that. So thanks, Meltdown, and I'll miss you.
Goodbye, Meltdown.
And thank you.
Thanks for watching, everybody. More videos to come. Please subscribe. Tell all your friends. Tell us what cons you like to go to in the comments. And
like this video.
FooDramma.
Yay!